Digital.
Legacy. Yes, Kolkata is a place, is a city of joy, which is a economic capital. And of course, where I am right now, they have been serving the excellent quality of North Indian food to the city of joy for more than 60 years. Yes, এই মুহূর্তে আমি রয়েছি ওয়াটারলু স্ট্রিটে এবং আমি যেখানে রয়েছি সেটা আমাদের Amber. Amber is a restaurant that holds a very prominent place in the city of Kolkata, and we all love the food of Amber. And whenever I talk about Amber, the old world charm, the history, the legacy, everything comes together along with aroma and taste. So let us take a tour of Amber. Time has moved on, but Amber has been the same. The old world charm, the big spacious restaurant with the old chandeliers, the lights and everything. And of course, this has been the place where, a lot of people all over the world, they have come to taste the food. Because if you talk about the comfort food, if you talk about home cooked food, if you talk about the food that is absolutely palatable and delectable, this is the place to be. So we'll just take a walk and we'll just go on to the table because whenever we talk about Amber, I kind of go back to my childhood memories, the good old days when we used to come to Amber, because this is a place which we always like and we always feel at home because the food itself is absolutely, like that delicious your taste buds, and which is fantastic in its way. Right now, I'm there at the table. So the table is already laid with beautiful, aromatic, colorful dishes, which goes without saying, that is the most attraction of this place. And we have the owner of Amber, Aradhana Khullar Jared. Aradhana, welcome.
Hey Arijit, how nice.
Pleasure talking to you. Aradhana, first of all, I'm 60. I mean, like it's running 63, 64.
Oh, yeah,
you have been one of the top bearer of Amber. So just a little bit of flashback. How did Amber started off?
So I'm actually the third generation in the family business. It was started by my grandfather, Mr. Siddhesh Kumar Khullar, and his brother, Mr. Rajpal Khullar.
Right.
They initially started off small, and slowly we built over the floors over the years, and it was carried forward, of course, by my father. Currently, my father and me are running the operations.
Lovely.
And yes, it has been a legacy. It's been a legacy too. We owe our patrons everything because without them, we wouldn't be here.
True.
Without our staff who really supported us. And it's really a pleasure to be a part of the culinary landscape of Calcutta.
Absolutely, Aradhana. Like talking about legacy, and I mean, you are the third bearer of carrying the legacy forward. So what are the challenges, what you face, like the same old legacy, which is absolutely uncluttered, unchanged over the years?
I think the biggest challenge being that when the business was started, there were just a few names.
True.
I mean, we had barely maybe 6 or 10 restaurants in the city. And now, as I said, can become a total culinary landscape. I mean, it's become a platform for all the cuisines, and we have the biggest here.
It's important.
So yes, it is a challenge, of course, with new and things like that. But we try our very best to keep up. Luckily, we've managed to uphold our food, our items. We keep trying out things. We keep doing festivals, things to keep the traditions up, as well as to try new things to get this generation coming forward to us. So yeah, it's been a challenge, but there's nothing without a challenge. Every day needs to be a challenge. So we try in our old traditions, and yet we try and keep up with what is expected of our industry here.
Absolutely. So Aradhana, Calcutta is a city which blends tradition and convention together. They go hand in hand together.
You said that beautifully.
So yeah, and like looking back through, if I say the pages of the history about Amber, more than 60 years, any particular landmark or any particular lines, a particular milestone you would like to look back and you feel that this is something really adds on to the feather in the crown?
Actually, lots of them. This industry, it's all about the people you serve, right? And each and every guest to us is important. We obviously have guests, so they're like family to us.
True.
About feathers in our crown, of course, we've served, the entire Indian cricketing team
Yeah.
years, especially in the 1975s,
True.
you know, when the team was led by Farooq Engineer.
Yeah.
And, you know, they used to stay at the Oberois and at Great Eastern.
Yeah.
And in fact, to get away from the mobs and the crowds, they would eat in our kitchen.
True.
So, you know, these are stories that we hold really close to our heart. And of course, you know, we served eminent personalities like Indira, Amitabh Bachchan, Rekha, MF Hussain.
Lovely.
So, you know, we really hold that very, very close to our
So,
heart.
you know, like it goes without saying, this is a place, while Radhana was talking about the names of the dignitaries all over the world, you know, this is a place where the moment you walk in, you can have a little bit of history on tables to tables, because probably you can feel the, you know, the vibe, the footmarks of the eminent people who used to visit Amber. And, you know, like Radhana, I personally believe that it's the home cooked food and kind of a very, very comfort taste that what adds on more to the people to come over.
Absolutely.
And they feel very comfortable that this is particularly the ghar ka khana.
It's
we
home.
can have it's
Home away from home.
it's home away from home.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, when was the time when you have been given the baton, or you have been given the torch to move it forward?
10 years ago, actually. So it's been, this is my 11th year,
Okay.
starting forward. So 10 years ago, it was my grandfather. I had the honor of working with him for 3 years, and you know, he really pushed me into starting and, you know, joining the family business and taking things forward. And yeah, it's absolutely beautiful.
You know, talking about a decade, one thing what really strikes right now is that to the hospitality industry or into the business, women entrepreneurs being in the forefront quite challenging, especially you have to handle with people who have been there for so long. So how was that balance
Absolutely.
possible?
You know, I always joke about something, saying that we're 150 people.
Yeah.
And so I, I really laugh about that. I do joke and need to really hire some more women.
True.
But no, it's been actually quite wonderful. The staff has always accepted me. You know, it was about starting at ground neutral, which is what my dad really pushed me to do. You know, you have to learn things. You have to learn things from the scratch.
Mm.
And I think you respect. You give respect, you get the respect. And we all work beautifully. Everybody has their differences.
Just there.
But the staff has always really been there for them, everything.
Absolutely, because that team that makes it moving, and
Absolutely.
it's the team that moves you forward. And Amber, the smell, the aroma. I mean, I have no words, because the table is already, you know, like beautifully colorful. So I want to Radhana to tell us what is served to us.
Absolutely. So we'll start with the chicken tikka kebab here. It's one of our most famous, most ordered kebabs, the
Yeah.
chicken kebab, to go with our naan.
Yeah, this is something
So our naan is
signature.
It's signature. It's very different to the naan today.
Mhm.
We actually we have a secret recipe where our naans are actually fluffy. It's very light. If you taste it, you can break into it. It's absolutely light and soft. You can tell.
Radhana was talking about the naan, which is absolutely soft, fluffy, and this is the reality. Yeah.
Followed by our masala kulcha.
This is the masala kulcha. I know, I mean, this is a much talked about dish, which everybody used to talk about whenever they come to Amber. Masala kulcha, yahan ka chahiye chahiye.
Absolutely. So we'll go on to our mutton rogan josh.
The vibrant, colorful, aromatic goes without saying, and you know the
Succulent
color is
pieces.
succulent pieces, and it's popping out. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, most famous item, the chicken bharta.
Aradhana, here I'll just take a point that the chicken bharta, which is normally we come across in different North Indian food,
Yeah.
the chicken bharta is mostly they are light pale yellow.
Correct.
But this chicken, unlike, is very different in its color, right?
Correct.
So this is what the signature of Amber lies here.
The signature is in the gravy, of course. It's a really, really rich gravy. It's cooked over a couple of hours
Oh,
with slow cooking with all the spices.
Lovely.
Over a light, slow flame. So that's where the color pops out from. Another thing which is very different from our chicken bharta is, we've got chunkier pieces of chicken.
Okay.
I mean, they are sliced, but they're chunkier pieces.
If I would like to show
Please.
The chicken bhatta, why the chicken bhatta is different. When Amber chicken bhatta কেন তুমি একদম অন্য ভাবে তুমি টেস্ট করবে, কারণ যেটা আরাধনা বললো চাঙ্কি চিকেন পিসেস এখানে কিন্তু দেওয়া আছে, মানে the chicken is not totally,
it's not shredded.
It's not shredded.
Absolutely.
The chunky chicken piece,
and of course with the speciality of the boiled egg on top.
That is the sunny up always.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is the kali dal, I guess.
This is the kali. Again, this is cooked overnight.
It's cooked overnight.
Yeah.
That is the process, and that is the secret recipe, of course.
Yeah.
And this seems a beautiful paneer butter
masala. Right? You are right. This is, of course, it all lies in the gravy.
Yeah.
The vibrant yellow color of it.
And the makhni gravy with the color and everything, the taste is absolutely aromatic.
And our paneer, we make it at home.
Oh, it is homemade.
It's not store-bought. Yeah.
It's not store-bought. একদম বাড়িতে বানানো পনির, এবং সেইটা দিয়ে পনির বাটার মশলাটা তৈরি করা হয় আম্বরে, মানে তৈরি করা হচ্ছে এত বছর ধরে, এবং the tradition still continues. Now something which is very, very interesting, which is right in my hand, because of course, like talking about North Indian dishes, we always like something which is made of chana. So this chana is totally different with juliens of ginger and chili. So Radhana, tell us something about this beautiful dish. Because this is something which is an eye catcher.
It is an eye catcher, and it's actually one of, we have a non-vegetarian crowd, but let me tell you, non-vegetarians also, you will ordering one plate of your chana masala. So actually, I think it's the way the chana is boiled. Okay, we have obviously the usual things and a few secrets that we that give this
Keema.
non-vegetarians like
chana masala দুটো ভ্যারিয়েশন আমরা সার্ভ করা হয়, ভেজিটেরিয়ান অপশন, একটা নন ভেজিটেরিয়ান অপশন।
No non-veg option.
Oh, okay.
Only a vegetarian
option, but the non-vegetarians also like. Non-vegetarians like the vegetarian chana masala a lot, because this is something which is very, very, like significantly tasting, and a little bit of flavor that adds on to more of the vibrancy. So this aroma, this color, the taste, which is always loved by the people. So Radhana, I mean, like I wish you to I should start off with, because
absolutely.
Okay, we need to start off with the kebab, because this kebab is very, very significant about succulent pieces of chicken. And
can I serve you, please?
Really different, and this is the kebab Amber has always been like a pan.
Come on, please taste it and tell me what you think.
I just can't wait. I go back to the time, the taste has been the same, and still the taste is the same. Nothing changed. Time has moved on, nothing else. I would like people who are non-vegetarian, I would like to taste the chana, because this is something which the most talked about, and tasting that is, of course, a bliss, because just like Aradhana was talking, non-vegetarian তারাও কিন্তু এই চানাটা এখানে খেতে কেন ভালোবাসে, সেটা কারণ হচ্ছে the taste, the vibrant little pieces of and
you have to have it with the chili.
And people love chilies just like me. I would have the chili, of course. You don't need a non-vegetarian anything to be here. This is sufficient. And chana. This.
Why don't you try it with a little bite of the masala kulcha?
Is a signature, of course. So, and this is all
yes,
absolutely bolchilo जे absolutely soft. मैंने the dish because the same and just that Aradhana is a deadly combo. Period. Nothing. You cannot beat it. It just goes without saying. It's just so Aradhana, like you said that you'll hold different kinds. So what kind of festivals normally you?
So, we do festival at least twice a year, where apart from our regular kebabs, our chicken and our mutton kebabs, new array of kebabs every year. Try new try and different recipes, and we get a good array of non-veg and veg to get people to try a taste of it.
Free more than 6 decades. You see, anything what you look forward to add on to in the crown of Amber?
We're as I was talking, more seasonal produce. Trying to really cater good local produce. And of course, we're working on our cocktail menu. We're looking, restaurant, getting the younger, they're the generation.
Absolutely.
So yeah, these are things that we're really looking forward to seeing later in the.
Aradhana, all the very best. I mean, let the legacy continue and still, like at Waterloo Street, this is a place where we always look back and feel that this is a place where tradition, convention, they mix together. It's a place about heritage. It's a place about aroma. It's a place about taste where you always need to come. And this is a place where you can always, recall the good old times of taste, of course, making good memories over the table. Aradhana, thank you so very much, and wishing you and your team all the very best.
What a pleasure to have you.
And such a pleasure talking to you. And let us forward and us proud in the city of joy, Kolkata. Thank you so much.
Thank you.